Drake has crossed the line by mentioning Kendrick Lamar's kid in his lawsuit. Drake has also sued content creators who reacted to the whole beef, and then after, UMG CEO Lucian Grainge smacked Drake in the face all in a span of 1 week. What started as one of the biggest rap beefs in recent memory has now exploded into a full-blown legal war, with DNA tests, abuse allegations, and influencers caught in the crossfire, plus UMG firing back. This week has not been easy for Drake and his fans. Let's break it down layer by layer, how Drake is going down the rabbit hole and why it might end in a very unpleasant way. This is B-Roll Entertainment. Alright, we all know that this Drake and Kendrick Lamar tension has been building for years and boomed last year when they went head to head and Kendrick emerged as a winner with his diss track Not Like Us. We also remember how Drake sued UMG saying they allowed the diss track to ruin his name. Everyone questioned Drake and said his claims were baseless, but this week he revealed some shocking truth and confirmed what people have been saying. Back in 2018 when Pusha T and Drake were beefing, Pusha dropped the story of Adidon, arguably one of the most effective diss tracks ever, and the rap world was shocked. It's in his diss track that the world got to know Drake had a secret child. Pusha T mocked his producer's illness and revealed Drake had ghostwriters. Why do I bring this back? It's because this week Drake admitted that Universal Music Group, his label at the time, stepped in to protect him. They blocked and censored some of Pusha's shots, making sure Drake's image stayed intact. That's where Lucian Grainge, the CEO of UMG, comes in. At the time, he and Drake were tight, often seen together at events and working closely on business. Fast forward to 2025, the tables have turned. Instead of protecting Drake, UMG, in his view, has sided with Kendrick Lamar during the beef, and especially after Kendrick dropped Not Like Us, a diss track that blew up and, according to Drake, spread lies about him. Drake basically said UMG had protected him all the time. Why did they not protect him from Not Like Us? Or in other words, you helped me cheat before, why not help me cheat again? Something that Pusha T already told us, but it wasn't official until Drake confirmed it. Let's be honest, Drake is snitching on himself. By making that argument, Drake is basically admitting that he got industry backup to block and bury Pusha T's work. Remember how the story of Adidon vanished from streaming and the videos on YouTube got copyright claims, and the people have long suspected label interference, but now Drake has spilled it out. So in trying to take down Kendrick, Drake might have confirmed the biggest rumor from his beef with Pusha, which in my opinion is going to do more harm to him as an artist even if he wins this lawsuit. But did the label really help Kendrick? To answer this question, let's take a look at what exactly he is accusing UMG for. Drake is accusing them of defamation and harassment. He says UMG promoted and protected Not Like Us, which he claims painted him as a person who likes a minor and encouraged violence against him. He blames the shooting that happened at his house on Not Like Us and points it all to UMG. Drake's Lego team isn't just focused on the lyrics, they are also trying to prove that UMG used specific tactics to make Not Like Us even bigger. They prepared a witness who they believe has information on whether bots or paid promotion tools were used to post the track. Drake says that these tactics include major exposure at events like the Super Bowl and the Grammys. Of course, UMG denies all of this, saying the song's success was organic, fans just love, but Drake's team believes there is more to the story and they want internal emails to prove it. And that is where Lucian had enough and responded in a very not so friendly way. You see, Lucian Grainge, the British boss of UMG, has been running the music game for 40 years, and when he saw Drake whining like a Karen, he took matters into his own hands. He called Drake claims absurd, baseless, and farcical. In card, he basically said, "Bro, UMG has given you hundreds of millions, we own your catalog, we publish your music, why would we sabotage the bag?" He swore he never even heard Not Like Us until the rest of the world did, and he accused Drake of wasting everyone's time with a pointless lawsuit. In other words, Lucian reminded Drake that the label made him rich and they are not here to ruin him. He should quit wasting their time. That had to sting, knowing who Drake is and how he moves. But regardless, his team still requested documents and emails from Lucian to prove that UMG intentionally threw Drake under the bus. But that's not the only documents documents he requested. The most shocking part is that Drake requested Kendrick Lamar's kid's DNA to prove he is not the father. Yep, Drake's new filings also go beyond music, and his lawyer are now demanding Kendrick Lamar's full unredacted UMG contract, emails and texts from UMG CEO Lucian Grainge about the song Not Like Us, and documents about alleged domestic violence or violence against women by Kendrick, communications about Dave Free, Kendrick's longtime collaborator, and any connection he might have to Kendrick's kid. Why Kendrick's kids? Because in Drake's diss track Family Matters, he hinted that one of them might not even be Kendrick's child, but Dave Free's. Now, Drake is trying to use the court to dig into that claim. This isn't just legal strategy, it's personal. We all knew Drake was a bum, but man, requesting DNA tests is crazy. His legal team literally filed motions asking for 75 different documents, including paternity records, details on Dave Free's relationship with Kendrick's kid, and even files about violence against women. Crazy part is that he also wants to uncover Kendrick's full history of violence. This isn't just about UMG anymore. This is a laser-focused attack on Kendrick's personal life. Basically, Drake wants those documents to prove that Kendrick is not the father of his kids and he puts his hands on his wife. But if he was sure about those facts, as he said in Family Matters, why does he want them documents? Why not to use the proof he already used to make those allegations in Family Matters? And what does he mean by Kendrick's files about violence against women and his full history of violence? Does he want to expose Kendrick to the law, or to snitch? I don't know, man. Those are a lot of questions that everyone is asking themselves. Hip-hop beefs used to be about who could rap better. Now we are watching one artist trying to win a diss track in federal court and potentially putting Kendrick's family at risk. Drake did not stop at UMG and Kendrick. Here is where things take another wild turn. Drake's lawsuit also target influencers, YouTubers, and streamers who reacted to Not Like Us. Names like Scru John, No Life Shaq, Zayas and Bilu, Kai Cenat, and the Cartier family are mentioned in the legal documents. Drake claims UMG whitelisted the song on platforms like YouTube and Twitch, meaning these creators could monetize their video reactions without copyright programs. A move he says was meant to spread the song and its damaging lyrics even further. Drake says these videos painted him as a criminal, even fueled real-life chaos from vandalism to a shooting at his Toronto home. And in his view, UMG gave these creators the green light to spread it for profit. Some of these videos pulled huge numbers, especially with Screwface Jean, who gained a lot of new audience. Drake's legal team argues that these reaction videos helped fuel the negative narrative around him. If we are being honest, these creators reacted to both Drake's and Kendrick's diss. It's not like they reacted to a one-sided beef. Every song got the same attention, but Not Like Us simply stood out because it was a better diss track, or like people called it, the nail to the coffin. It was a finishing move that completely obliterated Drake. These are the same people who used to hype Drake's name every time he dropped a project, but now he's trying to sabotage their career just because they reacted to songs. Question: how about suing DJ Academic or other creators who reacted to the diss track? Is it maybe because these other creators are friends of Drake and they were compromised to promote him during the beef? It seems like Drake is suing everyone else who was not on his side. The creators fired back hard. Screwface Jean dropped videos dragging Drake and calling him out for ruining hip-hop. No Life Shaq called the lawsuit soft, saying the culture would have reacted to Not Like Us no matter what. Some like Zayas and Bilu even joked about counter-suing, and now several other creators have announced they will boycott Drake's upcoming album Iceman completely, refusing to react to it at all. I don't know exactly how this boycott Iceman scenario will last, but we can all agree that these creators who react to music make the hip-hop culture entertaining. It would be funny to see how the boycott affects the sales and virality of the album Iceman. As for now, the legal fight is all about discovery, the process of getting evidence before trial. Drake wants full unredacted copies of Kendrick's contract, Lucian Grainge's emails and texts, and UMG financial records related to Kendrick. UMG wants the case to be thrown out, saying the rap lyrics are not meant to be taken literally, and Drake claims are baseless. While the public has been focused on the wildest requests, the DNA test, domestic violence claims, and paternity questions, the court's immediate focus is more on contracts and executive communications. This case could drag on into 2026, which means we might be getting updates and possibly more crazy details for years. As it stands, the damage to the relationship is already done. Drake and Lucian's partnership is over. With Drake now treating UMG as an enemy, the influencer community feels betrayed and fans are divided. Something Drake is exposing industry corruption, and others think he's going too far into people's personal lives. The lawsuit also raises big questions about the music industry. Record labels get involved into promoting diss tracks. Where is the line between artistic expression and defamation? And is it fair for reaction creators to be dragged into legal wars like this? For Drake, the stakes are massive. He's not just defending his name, he's potentially trying to get out of his UMG deal. His next album, The Iceman, is already facing boycott calls from some influencers. As for Kendrick, he has kept mostly quiet since No Like has dropped, and he's letting the music and now the legal system do the talking. One thing is for sure, we haven't heard the last of Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. And if these filings are anything to go by, next chapter could be even messier. The lawsuit could reshape how the music industry handles beef, contracts, and even fan culture, but also it will result into irredeemable damage to one of the artist's image.